Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and welcome back to another episode of the Mets Rebuild, where today we're going to be taking on the off-season of year number one. Last episode, we did lose in the NLCS to the Washington Nationals 4-1, but then they got swept, actually, in the World Series against the Astros, which I am very happy to see. So let's go ahead and advance to the off-season. We have Gregor Blanco and Rajai Davis retire. That's fine. Ellsbury, CC Sabathia, who should be a Hall of Famer. I don't think he ever really makes the Hall of Fame in this for some reason, but I think he's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer in real life. Tulowitzki, yikes. Wow, a 2.9 average. Look at these stats. That's a Hall of Famer right there, isn't it? Oh, boy. Okay. Anybody else interesting here? Albert Pujols, that's a Hall of Famer. Let's see. 641 career home runs for the guy. Wow. All right. Ben Zobrist, Jason Vargas, Ian Desmond, Ian Kinsler. How did he do in his career? 251 home runs. Pat Venditte, throws switch. Very interesting. Okay. So only the two Hall of Famers as per usual, Ichiro and Albert Pujols. No surprises there. Now we do have a few exclusive free agents. Luis Avalon, who I think did pretty well oh, no, he didn't. He was not that good in the regular season. Okay. I was thinking of Justin Wilson. He wants a bit of money. I don't know about that. I think we'll probably sign him to a 1-year deal. We'll take it year by year, see how he does. I mean, he's already 30, so not really too concerned with keeping him on the team. Juan Lagares, I guess we'll bring back for a year for $4 million. Rene Rivera, we're going to let walk. We're actually just going to go ahead and cut him right now to free up a roster spot. I'm kind of surprised he didn't retire, actually. Oh, and there's that guy. What? Wait, what? Rusty Barner was a real player's name. That's funny. I just noticed that he's got a player card. That's good. God, realistically, he should be in single A. He's only a 49 overall. Oh, boy, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to start him in double A, and hopefully he just shoots up in development. It's really single A. I mean, you go up by like 2 in everything every year, and it's not really most effective. Tim Tebow, his potential went down to a D. What are you doing, Tim? Anyway, we're keeping Tim Tebow around for the memes. Who is this? There's Mendy. I must have got. Oh, no. I think he's already on the Mets. Anyway, okay. Reviewing staff, we do have to hire a manager because last episode I fired the little fuckface, Mickey Callaway. Let's see. Jim Dabrowski, really good stuff here. Is a little bit expensive. I don't know if I want to pay that much. Let's see if we can find a cheaper option. Brandon Red, only 45 too, so he's going to be able to hopefully see out the lifetime of this contract. That'd be nice because I'd prefer not to have to go and, you know what? We're actually going to fire some. Oh, Dave Island got fired in real life, so we can fire him too. We'll keep the other two. But like I was saying, I would prefer not to have to go and find new coaches more often than I have to. So that's why I signed them to 15-year deals, just to kind of get it over with. Coach and a third base coach. Okay. Let's see. All right, I like that. Good. Third base coach. All right, that guy will do. I usually just raise it by a little bit just to make sure that I get them. And we'll sim a few days. We get a hitting coach, we get a pitching coach, we get a base coach, and we get a manager. Good. So let's see if we got our guys. Yes, we did. Cool. Very cool. All right, so we're in free agency. 40-man roster, I'm not worried about losing any of those guys. Arbitration, we have Seth Lugo, who I want to bring back. Robert Gesellman. I don't know. He's really not the best. I mean, probably best served as a long man, but we've got Lugo for that. So he may end up being in the minors next year. I may trade him. Who knows? 2.1 a year for his arbitration years, 3 years. Let's go ahead and offer him that. He probably won't accept because I gave him the what's it called? The depth thing for his role. But we're gonna offer him arbitration, so we keep him. Offer actually, how much does he want? 2.1? No, I'm not paying that for him. Offer him arbitration of 800,000 too, and we'll see what happens. But I'm not gonna pay him that. Tender contracts. We've got nobody big, really. Not a single big name here. I usually don't have any big names when it comes to tender contract time. I usually get that out of the way during the season with the contract extension. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm just going to take care of off camera, because this stuff you guys really just do not need to see, because nothing important is going to happen. And I'm sure my voice just cut out because of my stupid shit. But anyway, I was saying nothing important is going to happen. So I'm going to take care of this off camera and get back with you guys in just a second. All right, guys. So we've got the tender contracts all taken care of. So let's take a look at free agency. And I don't think I really want to make any big splashes in free agency. There's not really any positions that I think I want to address. I mean, if anything, maybe somewhere in the bullpen, like maybe Pedro Strop, we could bring in. Has actually done really well the last like 6 years. Look at that. He's been really good. Aside from his first 2 years and then this 1 year when he got traded, I assume, to Chicago. I don't know his whole history, but since he's been in Chicago, he's been really good. So maybe Pedro Strop. Yasmani Grandal, he's going to cost a lot of money. And Wilson Ramos is pretty good. He had a pretty good year last year. And he is only a year younger, too. I did not know that. I thought Wilson Ramos was a lot older for some reason. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot here. I mean, Anthony Rendon would be nice, but I don't want to give up a draft pick, and I do not want to spend that much money. Especially when Christian Villanueva's potential just went up to an A. And he had a really good season last year, too. There's just no point. Marcelo Ozuna could be an interesting get, but not the best year average-wise last year, 264. I don't know. I think I want to stick with Dom Smith in left field. Billy Hamilton cannot hit, which is good. How did he hit last? Oh. Okay, 271 last year. That's surprising. I don't know. Maybe bring in like a better like defensive. I don't know. Maybe like an Adam Eaton or something, just to be a backup outfielder. And he's a lefty too. That I might do. Leonis Martin. He's also a lefty, and he's got really good defense. But Adam Eaton can hit a little bit better. How much does he want? 4.6 a year. I would do 2 years in platoon role. Let's see. 2 years, 5.5 in a platoon. I mean, I don't think it's really worth it for a backup outfielder, but we do have a lot of money. Let's just give him a 1-year deal. See if he'll accept that. He does like that a lot better than the Nationals offer, which is nice. Let's see here. Martin Maldonado's usually a pretty... Oh, never mind. I don't know about that. I'm going to say he's usually a pretty decent backup catching option because he's so good defensively, but he just cannot hit. 172 last year. Actually had negative WAR because hitting was so bad, even with that elite defense. No thanks. All right, let's see. Let's look at Pedro Strop again. Let's first take a look at our bullpen of who we would want to keep. And he is a righty. We could just get rid of Gesellman, actually. We could send Gesellman down, if nothing else. If we don't end up trading him or anything. I think that might be a smart move. Just get the bullpen a little bit better. I mean, Seth Lugo was the worst in the pen last year, but I like him better than Gesellman. So I think that might be a smart move. Let's go see how much Strope wants. 7.8 a year, and he wants to be a closer. Be in the bullpen. I'll give you already 34 too. I might just give him a 1-year deal and overpay him a bit, and see if he accepts that. He does like that a little bit more than Chicago's offer. So we'll see. If we can't get him, we can always go and trade for a reliever. I mean, same with, what's the big offer on Adam Eaton? We can always go trade for a backup outfielder. And those two spots, really, it's not the end of the world if we don't get him anyway. So I'm not too worried about it if we don't end up getting him. All right, let's actually just go ahead and sim a couple of days and see if we get these guys. We do get Strope on that 1-year, $9 million deal. Let's see, did we also get Adam Eaton yet? We did not. Still likes our offer a lot better than the Nationals. The Braves signed Bumgarner. That's not too good. Pirates signed Grandal. All right, did we get him? I guess we did. I'll have to go look at the roster to actually see. And we did. Okay, cool. So we can now get rid of Carlos Gomez, I guess. I really don't need him. Yeah, we can definitely get rid of him. All right. So I don't think I want to sign any more free agents. We do have too many players on the roster. So let's look and see if we want to make any trades. We do want to get rid of Carlos Gomez, and we can also get rid of a reliever. Now, a lot of these guys probably haven't signed their deals yet, which isn't the best, but like Tim Peterson, so many of these guys are making $500,000 a year. Some of these guys I wouldn't mind getting rid of just to save some pennies, you know. An A potential center fielder. Okay. Another A potential center fielder. This one is 18. A potential closer. That actually is catching my interest right now. That one's 21. Let's take a look. We do have a couple of outfield prospects with Dominguez and Palma. And our outfield is pretty set for a while with Nimmo, Conforto, and hopefully Dom Smith will continue to develop. So I think I want to look at that closer, but first I want to take a look at this guy. Yeah, I'm not really too interested in that. So let's take a look at the closer. He was a 70 overall, which was nice. There he is on the Diamondbacks. Low walks per 9. But I find sometimes for relievers, walks per 9 isn't as big of a deal like you just saw last year with Justin Wilson. He had a really good year despite only having 43 walks per 9. So I think we're going to do this. However, I don't want these other two players. He has a B potential, actually. We can probably get rid of like Drew Gagnon then. And actually, let's see. They're throwing in a starter. Let's also throw in a starter, Jordan Humphreys. If the starter is any good, he is not. We possibly get a B potential starter back? I don't think so. All right, never mind. We're not going to do that. We're just going to do that straight up. Carlos Gomez and Tim Peterson for Ryan Nelson and Frankie Doyne. Good trade for us. So we get a nice closing prospect there. And I'm just going to move you, Torres, to be a reliever. Although now we have too many relievers for my liking. I'm really particular about how my roster is set up. I guess you guys are going to come to see that. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't have OCD, but sometimes I think I might, you know? Like, I think everybody's kind of got a little bit of like things they're picky about. I mean, obviously it's not OCD like the actual disorder, but it's just one of the things I'm picky about. I always have the same, number of players at every position on the roster. So we have two too many relievers, and we also have too many players on the overall 90-man roster as it is. So we can definitely look to trade a couple of them. And let's see. So we did get Pedro Strop, so we could trade Gesellman once he signs his contract. Drew Gagnon, God, he's 29. He's only a 58 overall. And James Norwood is also only a 59. Let's see. Jacob Rame, a little bit higher of an overall. Let's see here. See what kind of prospects we can get for these three guys. If we could just get like one reliever back. Oh, there's that center fielder again. And a starter? That's new. Okay, let's take a look at the starter. Not the best looking. Yeah, definitely not the best. But you know what? I think we may take him anyway. And we're just going to want to get just the starter. Okay, that's good. And there's actually one thing that I forgot to do. I'm going to go take care of real quick. So I'll get right back with you guys in just a sec. Okay, so the thing I just did was I just went through and skimmed through free agency looking to see if there were any like A or B potential prospects or just young guys that may be in free agency for whatever reason. I didn't find any. It's always something I make sure to do in the offseason. Always just look through because sometimes teams just don't sign their draft picks, or I don't know, maybe players just go undrafted or something. But a lot of the time there's always going to be, well, I guess I can't say always because there weren't any this time, but usually there's going to be some decent prospects in free agency just sitting there. You can just go and sign them. So for now, we're going to be sending Jordan Humphreys to the Blue Jays for Justin Schaefer and a potential reliever. Only because of me wanting to satisfy my need for the numbers on the roster to match up correctly. So I think that's pretty much it for the offseason. Oh, actually, hang on. Sorry, I forgot about these two guys. So there were two players that I found that I was slightly interested in. Robert Wetzel, a shortstop, 55 overall, only 19. Defense really isn't there. Maybe it can come to him. Maybe he can just be a second baseman or something. But he's a B potential. Josh Darby, a catcher. Again, the defense really isn't there. Hopefully he can develop it a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe he'll be good offensively. I mean, he's got good contact already, good vision and discipline, so we shall see. So what are they? Shortstop and a catcher. I'm just going to go ahead and release somebody. We'll just release them. I don't feel like going in and trading these guys and doing all that. So let's see. I'm going to assume that they signed. Yeah, they did. All right, cool. So coming up on the Rule 5 draft, salary arbitration. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we're good on that front. All right. Padres signed Billy Hamilton. Interesting. It's good, I think. Should be anyway. Carrasco got traded for Will Myers and CJ Abrams. All right, Rule 5 draft. I always tend to forget is an option, especially for relievers. And you'll see Edgar Santana usually pretty good for me. Now, do I have room in my bullpen for him is the question. I think the answer is no. Mostly because we did sign Pedro Strop. We've got Familia, Strop, Wilson, Avalon, Ferguson, and Lugo. Yeah, we're not going to have any room for Edgar Santana. Usually he's a pretty good pickup. Does pretty well for me. but not this time. Now, do I want to take like Willie Calhoun, who I could potentially just keep for like a year, maybe trade him, see if he develops a little bit sitting on the bench? I don't think so. No, we're going to be set at outfield, so we're just going to skip. And that'll be it for the Rule 5 draft. So I think the only thing really left to do in the offseason is Gesellman's. Oh, okay. Matt Carpenter going to the Yankees. He was on the Phillies? What? I'm confused about this whole thing. Why was Matt Carpenter on the Phillies? When did that happen? And they sent Tanaka and Tyro Estrada to the. That's good. Estrada, I did like a Yankees rebuild, and Estrada was pretty. Not good for me. The Rays want to trade Jake Faria. No thanks. Not interested there. Yeah, Gesellman's arbitration 1.8. He's going to be in the minors this year, I think. Don't have any contracts to renew. All right. Let's get rid of these notifications just because. And let's see. We do have some contract extensions. I guess I'll look at these. We can keep contract extensions as part of the off-season episodes, I suppose. Pedro Strop. I know I only signed him to a 1-year deal. I might sign him to a 1-year extension. You know what? Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. I think he should probably still be pretty decent. Yeah. Okay, never mind. We're going to wait on that. Wilson Ramos, I think, usually will accept 1-year deals, which is good. Yeah, he does. Luis Avalon, again, 4.1 mil. You know, I guess we'll do it. Justin Wilson was really good last year. I kind of don't think he's going to keep that up. But we will sign him to a 2-year extension. Adam Eaton, I don't really care too much to bring him back. His price is probably going to go down by the trade deadline. Probably same with Strop, I'm thinking. So these guys I'm not super worried about. And Gesellman, I'm probably going to look to trade right now, actually, because he's making a lot of money, really, for a AAA player. So let's see what we can get. Any potential A's in here? Doesn't look like. All right. What if we add a couple more B potential relievers? Can we possibly get an A from somebody? Yeah, Estevan Florial. Ryan Sweeney, 45 overall first baseman. Any other A's? Leody Taveras. I don't think I've ever gotten Leody Taveras, actually. Cesar Quintero, another closer. I think that interests me the most, actually. Let's take a look at this closer. Not too bad. And he's a lefty. I think I'm going to do that. So let's go ahead and take out this. Actually, he's a B potential. He's only 19. I like that. I like that trade. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get another back yet. So that's unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do that trade. All right, good. So I think that's a good way to end the episode there. Just because of the way that I am going to do a couple of things. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy. I know the off-season can kind of be a little bit boring at times, maybe to you guys. I think the off-season is one of the most interesting parts. At least for me, off-season and the regular season are the most interesting parts, and then the playoffs is really just all about trying to win. I mean, the playoffs can be the most exciting parts, but I don't know. I just prefer building the team, you know? All right. Anyway, that is going to be it. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button down below. If you're new, obviously, subscribe. Why wouldn't you? Okay. I really need to get some sleep, I think. But that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.